Ladies and gentlemen, Raider Nation, buckle up because if there's one thing that gets the silver and black blood pumping, it's the endless quest for that elusive franchise quarterback. Remember back in the day when Marcus Allen was dodging defenders like they were traffic cones, or when Rich Gannon was slinging it to Tim Brown for those highlight reel touchdowns that had Oakland rocking? Yeah, those were the days when the Raiders owned the AFC West, hoisting that Lombardi trophy after Super Bowl 37. But fast forward to today, November 8, 2025, and here we are in the neon glow of Allegiant Stadium, wondering if we finally found our guy, or if it's time to hit the trade wires again. What if I told you the next savior might be a dual-threat dynamo who's already proven he can light up scoreboards? Stick with me, folks, because tonight on Raiders Report, we're diving deep into why Kyler Murray could be the spark that reignites this franchise. Let's start with the cold, hard reality that's got silver and black faithful biting their nails. The Las Vegas Raiders sit at a gritty 2-6, scuffling through a season that's felt more like a penalty flag parade than a championship charge. We all remember the off-season buzz when GM John Spytek pulled off that blockbuster trade for Geno Smith from Seattle. Fans were chanting his name from the black hole to the Vegas Strip. Finally, stability under center, we thought. But 6 games in, and it's clear, Geno's arm talent is there, sure, but those turnovers? They're piling up like lost bets in a casino. Interceptions in clutch moments, stalled drives that leave Max Crosby and that ferocious D-line hanging out to dry. It's not the answer we hoped for. Head coach Pete Carroll, the 74-year-old wizard who's won everywhere from college grids to the pros, brought in his bag of motivational tricks, but even he can't polish this turd into a gem overnight. The Raiders' offense is averaging just 18 points a game, dead last in the AFC West behind those smug Chiefs, the Electric Chargers, and even the Broncos who've somehow found their footing. It's painful, Raiders fans. Painful like watching a rival hoist the division trophy. But here's where it gets juicy. Enter Eric Williams from Fox Sports, dropping a bombshell list of potential landing spots, and guess who's at the top for Vegas? Kyler Murray, the Arizona Cardinals' pint-sized phenom who's been sidelined by injuries and inconsistency but still flashes that Heisman magic. Picture this, Murray, all 5 feet 10 inches of electric quickness, scrambling out of pockets like he's dodging paparazzi, extending plays, and hitting Davante Adams on the run for 50-yard daggers. Williams nails it. Geno's struggled with consistency, coughing up the ball in key spots and failing to light up the scoreboard. But Murray, he's a perfect cocktail for offensive coordinator Chip Kelly's high-octane scheme. Kelly, the mad scientist who turned Temple and Oregon into track meets on turf, loves mobile quarterbacks who can turn broken plays into touchdowns. Remember Russell Wilson under Carroll in Seattle? That undersized rocket with wheels led the Hawks to a Super Bowl, carving up defenses with bootlegs and deep shots. Murray's even better suited, more arm zip, better deep ball accuracy, and that elusiveness that could mask our offensive line woes. Our O-line's given up 28 sacks already this year. Murray's legs could buy those extra seconds, turning 3rd and long into first down fireworks. Now, let's peel back the layers on this, because it's not just about flash, it's about fit. Carroll's a master psychologist, folks. He's got that gravelly voice that rallies troops, turning doubters into believers. Murray's had his head-scratching moments in the desert, off-field distractions, accuracy dips under 65% this season, but pair him with Pete's steady hand? It's like giving a Ferrari a tune-up. Williams puts it perfectly. Carroll could figure out how to get Murray in the right place mentally to consistently play at a high level. And tactically, Kelly's spread option would unleash Murray's 4.4 speed, creating mismatches galore. Imagine him handing off to Zamir White in the zone read, then pulling back for a wheel route to Brock Bowers. Defenses like the Chiefs' Steve Spagnuolo would be pulling their hair out. Patrick Mahomes is a nightmare, but a mobile Murray keeps pace in those shootouts. Stats back it up. Murray's averaged 7.2 yards per carry when healthy, with a 98 passer rating on the move. Compare that to Geno's 4.1 mobility grade from PFF, night and day. And with our defense, led by Crosby's league-leading 9 sacks, holding opponents to 21 points a game, Murray could flip this script, pushing us toward that wild card spot we've been chasing since the Vegas relocation. Speaking of history, let's take a stroll down memory lane because the Raiders' QB carousel is the stuff of legends and nightmares. Born in Oakland's gritty shipyards in 1960, the Raiders were Al Davis's rebel yell against the NFL establishment. They won 3 Super Bowls there, 11, 15, 18, with studs like Jim Plunkett, the comeback kid who outdueled the Eagles in '81. Then came the moves, LA in '82 for that powder blue Eunice era, back to Oakland in '95, and finally Vegas in 2020, trading black hole vibes for LED lights and A-list crowds. But the quarterbacks. Oh boy. We've loved them and lost them. Ken Stabler's snake charm, Gannon's MVP tear in 2002, Derek Carr's loyalty through thick and thin. Yet the misses sting. Jamarcus Russell's bust label, Derek's benching, now Geno's fizzle. It's the Raiders' Achilles heel in the AFC West snake pit, where Andy Reid's Chiefs have owned us 6 of the last 8, and Justin Herbert's Chargers keep sniping our souls. Trivia time. Did you know the Raiders' only playoff win since 2002 was that 2016 wildcard heartbreaker against Houston? Or that Howie Long once sacked Dan Marino 7 times in a game? That's the legacy Murray could revive. Hard-nosed, never-say-die football that echoes the autumn wind. To bring this home, I caught up with a few voices in the know, or at least, that's how it feels in my producer's wild imagination. First, fictional sit-down with Coach Carroll post-practice at Intermountain Healthcare Performance Center. "Look, kid," Pete growls in that signature baritone, leaning back in his folding chair, "football's about heart, not height. Kyler's got that fire I saw in Russ. Quick feet, quicker mind. If we bring him in, it's not a band-aid, it's a blueprint for contending. Raider Nation deserves winners, and we're building him." Then, picture Murray on the line from Arizona, dodging questions like he dodges blitzes. Vegas? Man, that Sin City swagger. Pete's ring collection speaks for itself. I'd thrive in that system, turning Allegiant into a house of highlights. Tell the fans, I'm ready to deal. And from a die-hard in the black hole tailgate lot? Trade for Kyler? Hell yeah. Tired of watching Geno throw picks like confetti. Murray's our Bo Jackson 2.0. Run, gun, win. Justice for the Raiders, baby. So, where does this leave us, Raiders faithful? Predictions. If Spytek pulls the trigger, and his cap sheet's tight with Murray's $46 million tag, maybe packaging a mid-round pick and keeping Geno as insurance, this offense explodes. We're talking 28 points a game, a 9-8 finish, sneaking into the playoffs as the 6th seed and giving Kansas City all they can handle in the wild card. Miss on this. We draft at number 12, chasing another rookie savior like we did with O'Connell. But with Carroll's clock ticking and Kelly's schemes humming, all options are on the table. The offensive line needs draft love, hello, potential studs from the trenches, but Murray's mobility buys time. Implications? A revitalized AFC West arms race, with Herbert chuckling and Mahomes plotting. This could be the pivot that ends our drought, echoing that 70s dynasty when we terrorized the league. Alright, Raider Nation, that's your deep dive. Now go crank up Silver and Black till I die, crack a cold one, and gear up for Sunday's clash with the Broncos. Will it be Geno's redemption or Murray's debut? Tune in to Raiders Report next week for the latest, and hit that subscribe button because we're in this rebuild together. Win or lose, we're Raiders for life, committed to the fight. Just win, baby.